So we had our well drilled yesterday.
If you're new here, I'm Megan and this is Beau and our daughter Beckett. For 10 months now, we've been living on our land in northeastern Washington while building a shop house. We've had our struggles and we didn't pass inspection. And we've had our successes along the way. But each day we are closer to moving in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to join us on this wild ride.
I kind of wish they didn't protrude out from the wall like that.
You want them flatter? Can you tilt them or are they?
No, they're fixed, but it makes it look like an antenna.
I didn't think of that. But it might not look bad once we get a bed and everything in here and got our first light fixture. Fancy light fixture up, I guess, inside. Biggest king today. We're up in the air as to whether we like them or not. Good thing about Amazon is we can try them out and send it back if we don't like it. But I don't think they look too bad. You are kind of right. They do kind of look antenna-y, but we'll see.
I'll call it futuristic. How about that?
Very modern. Okay. That's what we're going for. Well, he's going to get the other one installed. I'm going to finish caulking those windows. Maybe that'll maybe be able to start caulking these ones too. Got a lot of windows to caulk.
But get the stuff that you can see. Not worry about everything else for now.
Yeah. I need to do like the bottom of this door and stuff too, don't I? And the bottom of the big wall, the black wall. What do you call that? Here. Okay. Do you want our friends on or do you want them off?
No, I've seen it.
Okay. Now you're gonna have to wait till the next light. We got kicked out of the house a little bit earlier because the electrician was here hooking up our panel, and guess what, guys? We have lights. This is like one of the biggest, most exciting things that's happened yet. We got a new power panel. Our other one wasn't big enough. We got this nice fancy white modern looking one, even though it's in the boiler room and you'll never see it, but it's official, guys. We have power. Like, well, obviously we've had power, but we have power in the house. All the rooms are hooked up and everything. We still have a few lights and things like that to install. Got a few places to figure out what switches do what. Once you put all the switches on and all the labels are gone, kind of goes out the window. But you know, it's probably going to be one of those only the homeowners could have wired it type of deals. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get these labeled. As you can see, so none of these ones are active. This is the boiler, and then we have a couple more that aren't active, so it's not full yet, but I'm going to get this labeled to make it easier on everybody. And while I'm doing that, I think Beau's actually installing the outlet in the island. So we have a power outlet on the outside of the island, and then we need a plug in there for the dishwasher and the wine fridge that are going in the island. The appliances are coming next week. Couldn't be more excited. We're like really feeling it now, guys. We're almost there. It's almost move-in time, like a couple of weeks, which is crazy. It's been a long journey, and thanks for being here with us. Let's get this bad boy labeled so then we can go back to caulking everything that needs caulked. Do I do it on this tiny little one or this big one? I think I'll start with this one because I have to do it twice, and I have to do it twice. Megan doesn't do electrical like Beau does.
Why?
Because I'm making a to-do list. So, I got the power box labeled. Now I'm going to make a to-do list. Beau has to be gone all next week, which is poor timing considering we're so close to being done. But there's a few things we absolutely have to get done before he leaves next week. We need to move one of the kitchen cabinets 1/4 of an inch, I think, to make sure the countertops accommodate for the stove. We need to install these things in the attic. They go over the like speaker holes and the can lights and boxes. That way when they blow in the insulation next week, you can still access the light without the insulation coming out. We need to do that. We need to move that cabinet. We need to finish the trim and probably hang the ceiling light, ceiling fans, which means I need to paint this big piece of wood over here. Ceiling fans. Wood in master. These are all things I can't do without him. I can caulk and fill in nail holes all day long without him. So I'll save that until he's gone. And the touch-up painting, I'm going to save until he's gone too. And then there's a few... What are you doing? Are you hiding from Finley? There's a few outlet holes that need some patching. Unfortunately, our roto-zipping skills are not 100%. So I'll have to do that. But, yeah. This is our weekend to-do list. We're literally down to the wire. It's super exciting. I just want to move in there right now.
Mom,
Like right now.
I want to play Play-Doh.
You want to play Play-Doh?
Please.
Beckett didn't want to go to school today, so she's home. I will get her set up with her Play-Doh and get back to work. So while Beau, we got our power turned on last night, and some of our rooms aren't working, so we have to figure out where we messed up. So while Beau's trying to do that, I've been cleaning and doing various other little projects. I'm like filthy. But it's so fun to get to put like the construction lights away and stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna see if I can find some footage from the room in question. It's one nice thing about having all of your house build documented. So you have footage.
I don't even know how good I mean, I doubt the video is going to show us enough anyways.
I've so far found like every room but that room. I can look, maybe I've got a picture of it.
But we should have.
I was looking at electrical.
Or took a picture of every room right before we drywalled, but.
So I figured out our electrical issues. Thank God. They were simple fixes. I wired the can lights and I had a grounding wire touching in there. Didn't know that was something you're not supposed to do. Let's be honest. I don't know anything I'm doing. I'm learning as I go here. But got that taken care of. And the fan in Beckett's room is hooked to the lights, which is why they're not working. Which obviously that makes sense. But we're gonna get that installed tonight, and then those lights should work. The master bathroom we figured out. The master closet is still an issue. We ended up making a circle circuit and not having power to it, so we're gonna have to figure out something for that. But Beau and our electrician friend are working on powering the island right now. While they do that, I'm gonna paint these pieces of trim black. We're gonna use them. Well, it's not black. It's like the same as our accent wall. I guess it is black. Anyways, I'm gonna paint these black. We're gonna use these to cover the beams in our bedroom and in our closet. We wanted them exposed. We thought about doing wood, but with the price of lumber right now, it's just insane, and they're kind of a weird length, so it'd have to be a custom piece as well, which, just adds more dollars on there. So we just went with trim, large trim. I'm going to paint it that black color, so it'll still be a good pop on our ceiling, a good contrast. It just won't be wood, which is fine. But I need to get these done so we can get our ceiling fan in our master bedroom hung up. So I'm going to get these painted while they're working on the electrical. And then I think we'll tackle the rest of our to-do list this weekend. Again, I got to get this done so Beau can do that fan, because that's on our to-do list, is to get all the ceiling fans in. I think that's it. So let's hop to it. Alright, I just got the second layer of paint on all of these. It's nap time and she's right there. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up and then go help Beau with whatever he's working on while this dries. If you're ever painting and you don't want to wash your brushes and stuff, put them in plastic and just wrap them up nice and tight. And as long as it's nice and tight, it doesn't dry out or anything, it stays like this. So I can pick it up in like 3 days and it'll still be fine to paint with. Works for brushes, it even works for the pan. So last night I just covered this really well with plastic. There's not much left in there, but it was enough to use some today, so I didn't want it to get ruined. So I covered it with plastic. This is a disposable pan, so when I'm done, I'll just toss it. But for now, I could put it back in there, but I really don't want to. This had some dust and stuff on it, so I don't want any of that getting back into the can. It's a new can. So I'm just going to cover this. That way if I need to do any touch-ups, I can. And then if I don't need to, I can toss it. Perfect way to recycle your plastic grocery bags. I'm not sure if I paint more on my hands or on whatever I'm supposed to be painting.
West, 9'6" from the west wall in. One speaker location. Do you have a phone?
9'6" from the west wall. Speaker location?
Yep.
Okay.
West wall, yeah, I need you over there.
Okay. I can't get this to turn on, so.
What is it?
Your headlamp. Crawl around up in the attic, covering. We don't have any like actual speakers inserted yet, but the blow-in installation's coming in next week. We don't want to lose the wires, so we're putting in these little cover thingies. So then that way, when we cut the speaker in, the wires, the insulation won't fall out, and the wires will be where we need them to be.
Those are already marked downstairs.
I'm glad we have such a big attic. This would be horrible if it was like a crawl space. Looks like a scary movie on the GoPro. At least there's walls over here.
Oh, can you bring the spray gun, please?
I got it.
But pull them out.
Pull them out of the hole.
Yeah, and coil them into there and center that in that stud bay. Still scared of the attic now?
When did I ever say I was scared of the attic?
You're scared of everything.
Splinter in my butt.
All right, I don't think there's anything else I want to do up here. What?
Back to the walls. Much easier to walk in this area.
So we need a 2x6 at 22.5 times 2.
Okay, I think now we're gonna build our attic access hole thingy. Sorry, that's really close. You have to have a crawl hole? What is this called? A manhole?
Wow.
The thing we're gonna build? Manhole? What's it called? The attic access? How in the... Oh, wow, we've been up here a long time. It's like, how's the battery almost dead? Been up in the attic for 45 minutes.
You put a little handle right there.
For when you're walking up or getting up.
Yeah. All right, 37, 22.5. Exactly. You can come down if you like. It might be a little bit. Or you can just Kuna Matata up here if you want.
Just sit here all gracefully.
What did I say?
You need these?
37.
You can get some of them in here. You said 37, but 22.5, 24 inches tall. We got another ceiling fan in, guys. Woo. Look at all that electricity.
You got power everywhere.
So fun.
What you doing?
We're like fancy. So why did Beau just cut a hole in our finished wall? Now that our power panel is hooked up.
Oh, there's a hole here. No power through.
In the wood, yeah, I told you, I thought there was a hole in that stud. Now that our power's on, we obviously have been testing everything and figuring out what's not working and what is working. And there's 3 outlets so there's an exterior outlet out here, right about in this area. And then there's these 2 outlets here in the dining room. And they don't have power.
Megan forgot to hook them up.
In the video footage and stuff, we have deduced that they're all hooked together. They just are not hooked to power. So we are going to grab power from this outlet. Hopefully snake it down to this hole we just made. Get it into the power or the outlet that's on the outside, and then that should hook them all up. In theory, as long as this is right.
That'll work.
This is it. Literally, all of these. You can see it clear as day in the video that all these outlets are hooked together, and then somehow we just didn't do anything from this one.
I can't believe we didn't notice that there was no power on there.
Well, and it had to have been, we meant to connect it over here, because otherwise we would have had to jump that garage door hole, and we wouldn't have done that.
I know I intended, because I didn't put an outside outlet on that circuit intentionally, because I knew the fireplace was going to be on it, but now the fireplace is...
Its own circuit.
Oh, no, it's not.
The fireplace? Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Oh, no, it's not. You're right. We put it in the wall.
Yeah. But anyways, that's what I was thinking, that I didn't want potentially Christmas lights and shit like that plugged in.
All on the same circuit.
Yeah.
And we didn't jump the door either for power. All this power, we ran up to the attic.
It all boils down to those frickin' columns.
Yeah, these damn beams. I know you guys have heard us say that a lot, but they've made a lot of issues.
I mean, granted, this was just us dropping the ball, but
Right.
the entire reason that it's not easy just to go is because of the columns.
Yeah. Do you want me to shut the breaker?
Should be like living room wall or something, or south wall.
Isn't it? I think it's front wall. Remember, it was full frontal.
If only it were.
In our, we found a few errors. We had a can light. I made the wires touch inside of the connection there, so that was tripping the breaker in the office. That was an easy fix. The fan in Beckett's room was tripping the breaker, so Beau fixed that.
It was just touching the electrical box because it wasn't made yet.
Yeah. The master closet doesn't have power either, so we're gonna have to figure that one out. We think we just made a circle circuit instead of it actually going to power it.
That's exactly
Looped
what it
to
did.
itself.
Again, because of a column.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, we fucked up.
but still, if the columns weren't in the way, it would be a lot easier. And then I think we just have an issue with the pantry.
I don't remember.
We haven't looked in there yet, but it hasn't been on yet, so.
I mean, this isn't, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get that through that box. Hoping that that's kind of made a path.
We're through. I did it. I got the 15 through. We'll just pull the wire through. So now it's just a matter of getting them wired in. Is there a way for you can like loosely connect it so we can test the output? Oh wait, I guess I found one still too. Just when you thought, y'all thought you were done watching me do this. Back to drywalling. Well, since I got those ones patched, and I fixed her, or started to fix her on that light switch. Since I have the mud out, I am going around and patching any of our outlets that ended up with like, they cut out bad or whatever, you know, the mistakes. Might as well, since I have the mud out, I might as well get all these going. That way, when I get to touch up painting, they're ready to go. One less thing that I have to do later down the line. Some of them just have like tiny little nicks that I'm just gonna caulk the problem away. But some of them, these holes are pretty bad and they need mudded, which is fine. It's not difficult. I just, you know, it takes a while for it to dry, so gotta get a layer on, let it dry, sand it down, put another layer on until you can get it to match in with the wall. This is not my first repair job. When we were putting in the can lights, or drilling in the can lights, Beau cut 2 in the wrong spot, and so I had to fix those. And they turned out just fine. And then there was some other spots where I had to kind of float the drywall. So, go around and see if I can find any more. I don't think there was too many on the downstairs, but there's a couple upstairs that I need to fix. So, I can get these taken care of and just one last little project. So excited. Next week we have such a big week. I can't wait for it to share it with you guys. The countertop people are here putting on the countertops. So right now they're currently drilling the holes in the upstairs counter for the sinks.